Hello, everyone. Hola a todos. I'm going to do this in English in case we have Brazilians here with us. So if you can let me know on the comments on the chat, if you can see me and hear me, just like send me yes, we can hear you or anything like that, just so I can know that we can start with the presentation and you don't have any like audio or video problems. So if you could do that, I will super appreciate it. Awesome. I see the thumbs up. Okay, so let's begin with this presentation. My name is Carla Plasencia, and on behalf of the student world, I welcome you all for today's live session. I'm going to explain to you super fast how the platform works. So if you see here on the right side of your screens, we have the chat. Here, you can let us know where you're watching us from or anything that you would like. But if you have questions during the presentation, please, please, please type them on the second window that is the questions tab. I will keep track of that, and we will do a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. Also, if the notifications sound get a little bit annoying for you, you can just mute it, clicking on the bell that is on the top of the chat. Okay, so now I will introduce you to our presenters for today. So we have Stephanie, Sane, and Michael. They are going to be sharing with us amazing opportunities that they have. So welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and the stage is all yours.
Hi, thank you. Hi, guys. Welcome, everyone. My name is Stephanie. I am the International Recruitment Officer at Erasmus School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. And today I'm here together with Sanne and Michael. Sanne is a student ambassador as well as our student assistant of the admissions office. And Michael is our international student ambassador. I'm sorry, I think there's a lot of noise behind me. I hope it's not too annoying. Michael is our international student ambassador from Colombia. And today we're going to cover, the following subjects. So what we're going to talk about today is a little bit about the Dutch higher education system. I don't know how familiar you are with it. Then I will tell you a little bit about our university, which is Erasmus University Rotterdam, the master programs that we offer as a faculty, some practical information like financing, housing, those kinds of important things as well. And then Michael will tell you something about the campus and student life, and as well as life in Rotterdam and the Netherlands. So let's continue to the next slide. So why go Dutch? So let me tell you a little bit about the Dutch higher education system. The Netherlands is a very tiny country, but it has a huge reputation for quality education. So it means that it's considered best country for higher education along with the US and the UK. But it's small, so not everyone is aware of this. We have 13 research universities in the Netherlands, and all of them are ranked in the top 250 of the Times Higher Education rankings. And our university is ranked in the top 100, which is number 72. The Dutch government has a strong history of supporting our higher education, so tuition fee is very reasonable. For non-EEA fees, they are a little bit higher, but they are still competitive compared to other universities in, for example, the US and the UK. I will continue to the next slide. The Netherlands is a country which is very open and accessible, and also you do not need to learn the Dutch language if you would like to live here. The Netherlands offers a large number of English programs, and English is also an unofficial second language in the Netherlands. So nearly everyone that you will meet will love to speak English with you, even outside of class. And the Netherlands was rated #1 in the world in 2019 for English proficiency as a second language. So you don't have to learn Dutch. We always advise people to, of course, follow Dutch classes because I think it's good to integrate within the country. And besides the language, we also have accessible admission policies. So students qualify a little bit earlier in the school system for university. So not so many jumping through hoops and competition to get in. I go to the next slide. So let me tell you a little bit about our university. Erasmus University Rotterdam is a research university located in the city of Rotterdam. Michael will tell you later a little bit more about the city. And the university traces its origins back to 1913. So a relatively young European university, but very well established, originally rooted in the business community, and we also continued in that vein, but we are also very well respected still for business economics programs, but in the meantime also medicine, law, social sciences, behavioral sciences, and humanities. Let's see. We offer 13 bachelor programs fully in English and 50+ master programs in English in different disciplines like business, management, psychology, media, and so on. Our faculty, which is Erasmus School of Social and Behavioral Sciences, is one of the 7 schools of the university, and our school is home to a vast diversity of study programs and scientific disciplines. So our disciplines are focused on pedagogical sciences, psychology, public administration, and sociology. Our programs, they deal with recent developments in the research field and use the most advanced research methods. And we focus on active student-centered learning. So there's room to apply theories to practical situations and to develop your professional skills. And since the university is located in a vibrant city like Rotterdam, we often use the urban environment as a field laboratory for our scientific research and findings. As you can see already on the slides, we offer different international master programs in different disciplines. Here you will see our master programs in the disciplines Public Administration and Sociology. All our master programs are 1 year, except for the research master. This one takes 2 years. And when you follow a master program in public administration, you will learn to identify and analyze social issues, as well as develop skills regarding advice on policy-relevant solutions. You will also look at governance issues from various perspectives, taking different interests within complex environments into account, and build bridges to connect and enhance these visions. And master programs in sociology are more focused on pressing social problems and social phenomena. And during a master in sociology at our university, you will get insights in the latest sociological theories and associated disciplines. And you will also learn how to apply these social theories on the actual problems of contemporary society. Here you have the opportunity to download our brochure. Here you will find more information about our different programs that we offer. And also, if you want more in-depth information about a specific master program, you can scan the QR code and check out the videos on our YouTube channel. In these videos, you will, the coordinator of the program will tell a little bit more about the program, and also one of the students will tell you more about their experiences. But for now, we have Sanne here, and Sanne is one of our student ambassadors, and she will tell you a little bit more about the program that she is studying.
Yeah, hi. So my name is Sanne. I did a bachelor's program at our faculty as well, so Erasmus School of Social and Behavioral Sciences, and I'm doing a master's program in public administration Maybe it caught your eye already on the previous slide, but the master's program I'm doing is called Organizational Dynamics in the Digital Society. And this is one of our multidisciplinary master programs. So it's a program where students that come from a background in psychology, sociology, or public administration can partake in, which makes it really fun to get all different kinds of perspective within the master's program. The master's program, Organizational Dynamics in the Digital Society, is a program that was introduced 2 years ago. So this is kind of the second year it's running at the university. And it's a very innovative master's program that looks at how algorithms kind of reshape the way that we work and how robotization, automatization is kind of changing relationships amongst people within organizations and also within the personal lives of people. We look at things as platformization, the gig economy, and kind of how we have to alter our ways of living and working towards this more automatized world and society. So I think it's really relevant for the current day. And I have, I'm currently partaking in the program. It goes really fast. It's only a year, but it's been really fun thus far. And I'm kind of working on my thesis right now. But yeah, that's one of the programs that we offer and that I'm doing currently. So if you have any additional questions regarding that program, please let me know in the comments and I will be glad to help. So yeah, I think that's kind of it.
All right, thank you, Sanne, for sharing this with us. I will continue now about the admission requirements. The thing is that there's no single overarching requirement. Each master program has its own. But in general, we accept bachelor degree in a relevant area, assuming that the country's diplomas are recognized as equivalent to Dutch. The thing is that what is important to know is that the admissions committee will assess whether you are eligible for direct admission to the master specialization. So once you have applied for the program, the admissions committee will look into all the documents that you hand in, and then a decision is made. Sanne, I don't know if you have any additional comments on this.
Yeah, I think I would advise you, if you want to apply to a program, just take a really good look at what we put on the website. We try to communicate everything very clearly there. And if anything is unclear, just apply. There is no application fee. So if you're interested, just apply to the program and we will assess it to the best of our abilities and see, yeah, if we can, if you're eligible and we can admit you. So yeah, I think that's it, kind of, yeah.
All right, thank you. Also important to mention is that we also expect advanced English language skills, and sometimes we will, or most of the time they will ask for a motivation statement as well, and there is additional criteria which vary by program. I will go back because I want to show you the email address of the admissions office for any questions about admissions. You can contact my colleagues at master@essb.eur.nl, and they will be happy to help answer your questions. Then tuition and deadlines. Make sure to always check the website for up-to-date annual tuition fees and deadlines by program. You see here the deadlines for this year for upcoming academic year, which is for non-EEA students the 10th of May. And also the tuition fee is mentioned here on the slide. Next to the master programs in public administration and sociology, we also offer master programs in psychology. They are not covered here in this presentation, also because the deadline for this program, for these programs, already passed. But if you want more information on these programs, you can always check out our website as well. Then plan ahead for financing. The Netherlands does not have a scholarship culture. And this is also because what I mentioned before, it has historically affordable tuition, but there are some options, but please do not count on a scholarship. By scanning the QR code on this slide, you will go through to a website and you can filter through our scholarships based on your nationality. An experience has shown that students living and studying in Rotterdam, they spend approximately €1,000 a month. This amount is needed to cover daily expenses like meals, accommodation costs, insurance, study books, etc. And this estimate below does not include tuition fees and unforeseen costs. So it's also a general indication of the cost of living in the Netherlands. This is, of course, it differs per person. Yeah, and what I can mention for the scholarships that we offer for our master programs, we only offer 2 scholarships, which are called the Erasmus Trust Fund Scholarship and the Erasmus University Holland Scholarship. But these can also be found when you scan the QR code. You can see what the requirements are to apply for this scholarship. Then housing, very important subject, since there are some difficulties with housing in the Netherlands. This is an issue that we are dealing with at the moment. This is not only in Rotterdam, but also in Amsterdam and other cities. So our students, they arrange their housing on their own. There is some housing on campus available, but this is only for 25% of the incoming international students. So limited housing available on campus. Most students, they find a shared or private room inside the city, and all will probably be on bikeable distance. But I think Michael will also tell you a little bit about his living situation, so he can also explain to you what's that like. But do know that it's very difficult to find housing at the moment in Rotterdam. So yeah, start early once you apply. Start looking for a house, because if you cannot find a place to live, there will be other difficulties with arranging, for example, a bank account or other important things that you might need when living in the Netherlands. Then I will give the word to Michael, and he will tell you more about student life, our campus, and his experience with studying in the Netherlands.
Okay, thank you. And good evening, everybody. My name is Michael. I come from Colombia, and I'm a first-year student in the program of Public Administration, in this case, the bachelor's program, which has another name. The international program is called Management of International Social Challenges, but it's the same as Public Administration, but the international version. So I will tell you about how does it like to be living in the Netherlands and how we experience the university. So at the university, we have a very compact green university, and they are intending to become fully sustainable because they are very friendly with the environment, and they are trying to integrate all those techniques aimed to go in hand with the environment. We have a lot of study areas in which we can go and use the facilities to perform our academic studies. We have the main library, which is fully renovated, is almost new, in which you can use the computers, the literature, and all the resources to enhance your academic studies. We have the food court in the university, in the campus, in which you can find several options to eat food or to make some shopping. We have the theater, we have the hair salon, because the university, it is not just a central campus, but I would call it like a mini city within the city, because there are several buildings in which you can find shop stores, you can find places to have fun, places to do some sports, places to do some things related to beauty. So it is like a main city within the city. Apart from that, the university has also some facilities in The Hague and some facilities with adjoined programs such as nanobiology. but they are part of the university, but they are the only one that are not in the main campus, which is very big. It is full of green areas. We have restaurants. We have a main sport facilities with two main halls in which you can exercise, you can practice some sports. The university also have some snack kiosks in which you can just grab some coffee, have a conversation with your friends, or talk about your academic stuff, or even study for exams. The next slide, please. The previous one, that. Yeah, when it comes to social life, it is important for us to engage with this international environment. And the good thing is that we have a lot of international students, so we can have a broad perspective about how it's like the life of other international students. We can share experience, we can get to know, and it is also very valuable in our studies because we can have several perspectives. And the university also makes sure that we can share several spaces related to arts, to science, to academic stuff, topics related to sustainability, and how is life in the Netherlands. The university also have some student associations in order to help students in their academic schools. The university also has the Institute for Language. So if you want to learn Dutch, you can also take some courses, but also if you want to learn some languages, extra languages, you can do that. Even if you want to improve your English skills, you also could do that because the university offers those opportunities for you to feel comfortable and to succeed in your academic studies. Next one, please. Now, about Rotterdam. Rotterdam, it is, as opposed to the main cities in the Netherlands, I would say is the more modern-like. It's very cosmopolitan. It has very urbanized areas with a lot of buildings and very modern structures. It is because in the Second World War, the city was bombed and many of the historical places were destroyed, and the city was rebuilt, and now it has that very modern view, which is different from the other cities. So if you are looking for something more European-like, very traditional, it is easy to go to other cities very close to Rotterdam because the Netherlands is a very small country, so you can travel very easy to other cities. But in Rotterdam, you can find that very modern vibe. You can find a lot of places to have fun, to grab some coffee, to make some shopping. If you want to dance with your friends, if you want to have very nice moments, you can do that. You can find a lot of restaurants and places to engage with people. And next, the student life that we have and that is provided by university is very important. Take part of two main events. The first one is the Euro Week, which is performed in summer, in which all incoming new international students gather in that event and get to know more about the city and how to manage all the situations they will have when they start their academic life. So if you are interested in taking part of this program just to get to know about the city, it's a good opportunity. The university also offers the student body, which is a senior student that leads you or helps you in case you need to know how things are arranged. That person or that student guides you and give you some advice about how to do things, both academically and in terms of social life. The university also offers, by some arrangements, the airport pickup in case you are not sure about how to reach the city. So there are some ways in which the You can be picked up from the airport directly to the city just in the day you have arrived. There are also some events such as the one-stop shop in which you will be informed about how to take out your insurance company or your insurance requirements, also how to get the appointment to the municipality, because it is very important to have your resident permit ready and your place in order to make a lot of arrangements such as opening the bank account and so on. And it relates back to what Stephanie was telling you about finding housing, because now there is a shortage of housing. In my case, for instance, last year I wasn't able to find housing in Rotterdam. That's why I'm living in Gouda, which is a city almost 40 minutes from Rotterdam. And it was the only place that I found to live in the meantime. And it was also cheaper in comparison to what could I found in Rotterdam. So if you are intending to stay or to come to the university, and if you don't find place in Rotterdam, it's better to find for other possibilities in other cities close to the university, such as The Hague or Gouda or Utrecht, cities very close, because you really need to be registered in your house or to have an address in order to do other activities related to your academic and social life. Also, it is the Dutch culture. It's very cycle oriented, so they really like to cycle all over the place. They try not to use transport or common transport because their culture is more cycling, and it is also cheap. So if you live in Rotterdam, you can either take the tram or the metro, but you can also bike and you can save some money. If you don't know how to cycle, the university also offers some cycling lessons and things for you to feel comfortable. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Michael. I will want to show you this. We have a webpage where you can walk through the campus and see what it looks like, because we know it can be difficult to maybe come visit our campus in person. It's not really like it's a short drive to Rotterdam from South America. So you can scan the QR code and you will it will look like you will be walking on our campus. And also, not only campus, you can also go through the streets of Rotterdam and take a virtual bike ride. And then we are at the last part of the presentation. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact us or my colleagues. For questions about admissions, as I said before, it will be best to email our admissions colleagues at master@essb.eur.nl. And if you go to our website, you have the chance to chat with our students and coordinators of the program to ask them all kinds of questions that you have. And we as well have some events planned for the upcoming weeks. So next week we have some extra online information sessions on specific programs, specific master programs. They are in the week of April 20th, I think. So next week and the week after. If you go to the events page on the website or scan the QR code, you will find a list of sessions that are organized, and you can sign up there. During these sessions, also a coordinator and a student will talk about their master program. So yeah, this was the presentation for now. I hope that it's a little bit more clear what we can offer. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the chat or in the, I think it's the questions box on the site.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I have some questions here. So the first one is about the living cost. What is the average living cost for an international student there in Rotterdam?
So the average living cost, so yeah, we think around €1,000 a month that you spend on living costs, but this is just an average. I don't know. It really depends on every single person, but yeah, keep in mind that housing, I don't know, I would say around €500 maybe for a room. Yeah, it depends a little bit on where you're going to live. Sana, I don't know, how much do you, for example, pay for your
rent? I pay around 400 a month, €400 a month, and I think around €1,000 on average living cost is pretty accurate for me. So yeah, I think you will have to take that into account, at least €1,000. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah,
Michael,
go ahead.
is it for you the same?
Yeah,
or?
Yeah, Michael, how are your living costs?
Yeah, it is pretty the same because, for instance, I pay €300 per room here in Gouda, but in Rotterdam is expensive. So yeah, that's why I'm living here, because it is cheaper. But yes, I spent almost 1,000 because in my case, I cannot bike to Rotterdam, so I need to pay the transport system, and yeah, the fares to transport are quite expensive for international students, of course.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much. Now, about language, is it necessary to speak Dutch? And what are the English requirements for the programs?
No, it's not necessary to speak Dutch. The programs are fully in English. And also, when you live in the Netherlands, everyone speaks, or almost everyone speaks English. Like, even when I go to the store in Rotterdam, I speak Dutch to someone, and then they don't even speak Dutch. So it's really not necessary. I don't know, Michael, how do you experience the Dutch language and the English language as an international student?
Well, to be honest, at the beginning, I was a bit afraid of not knowing Dutch. But now, many people is very friendly and they really like to speak English, even though when they notice you are an international student or international person, they switch immediately to English. And even as I struggle because I want to learn Dutch, and whenever I'm trying to speak in Dutch, they realize that I'm not talking that properly, and they, yeah, okay, in English. But yeah, they are very friendly. You would never find any trouble when it comes to Dutch. And when it comes to English, yeah, you need to meet the requirements that the university asks you, because yeah, you need to succeed in the program and you need to have those basic requirements. In my case, it was I had to submit the IELTS test, but I think they also get the TOEFL and other tests, the Cambridge test. There are 3 tests, but you need to take into account that as a foreigners, we also tend to hesitate a lot, but the teachers understand that, like they understand that you are a foreigner, that you don't feel that perhaps comfortable enough in the language, but as time goes by, you start to develop that confidence. So as long as you have the requirements that the university asks you when it comes to the language, don't worry about the rest. Just over time, you will start to feel more comfortable and to develop your English skills and succeed in everything.
Yeah, and also the requirements, the English requirements, I can let you know now. The Masters in Sociology, we were just talking about the IELTS. There, the required score is a 6.5, and the sub-score is a minimum of 6. TOEFL, IBT 90, sub-score is minimum of 20. And then you have the Cambridge, I think C1 level. If I'm correct, but I think that's
Yeah, you have we have the Common European Framework, so the
that's the
that's the C1 level, and then we have the Cambridge level, and that's also two different sort of tests. So there's CAE and the CPE, and that's level B and level C. But this is all mentioned on the website as well. And we also offer an English test at our university. So if you want to apply to a program at our university specifically, you can also take an English test at Erasmus University, but this will then only count for our university. So, and if you do a TOEFL or an IELTS, then you might be able to apply to other universities as well. But yeah, if you really want to go to our university, you can also take the test, with us.
Yeah. And the requirements for the Masters in Public Administration are the same I see now for the ones in sociology, but just always check the website of the program and make sure, because there the up-to-date requirements are mentioned.
Awesome. Thank you very much. In the case that they decide to take the exam that you offer, like in the university, could they do it like online at distance, or do they have to travel to take that?
Sanne, do you?
Yeah, that's a good question. We used to offer it online as well, but yeah, maybe it is on campus. Wait, let me just check if I can find some more information, because I know that the oral test is through Zoom, because there are like 3 different components with the test: an oral test, a written test, and a computer-based test. But yeah, well, it also kind of depends on the COVID situation. Then everything is online. So yeah, you can just go to the website and kind of sign up for it. Let's see.
I think it's also good that you mentioned the COVID situation, because we did offer online education the past years, or past 2 years, but we are going back to on-campus education. So at the moment we do not offer, or for the next academic year, we do not offer online education anymore. So you are expected to be on campus. There is one new master or not a new master program, but one of our psychology master programs, we are going to offer online for the first time. So yeah, there are some changes in this, but we expect for now, for most master programs, for you to be on campus physically.
And I see now that the intake or the English test is online as well. So yeah, you can just take it from home.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I think this next question is for Michael. Like, how is the cultural shock being a Latin American in the Netherlands? How does that work? Was it difficult for you?
Well, yeah, it is shocking, yeah, to be honest, because it was my first time outside Colombia. Yeah, I'm Latino. I tend to be more friendly, more open, and Dutch people are nice, but they are more dry. Like, yeah, they don't express their feelings as good as we do. And yeah, sometimes they set some barriers. For instance, I used to greet people by hugging them, by being very warm, and they are like, okay, yeah, I don't know you, please take your distance, and so on. And yeah, also because of the weather, I think I struggled a lot because of the weather, because even though it was new for me, and I knew that we have seasons in the Netherlands, I was expecting something warmer, but even in the summer it's colder for me. I remember that I arrived here in summer, and I had that idea of Colombian summer, like 30 degrees, like tropical, and and I arrived here and it was like 18 degrees, and everybody was wearing shorts and t-shirts and sweating, and I was with a jacket with 18 degrees, and I was, oh my god. And it keeps like that. But yeah, in the end, I think I got used to that. Now very normal. And Dutch people are really nice, to be honest. They really like to share with international people. They like to understand other cultures. They are very open. No, to be honest, no. The great shock that I had was with the weather, and while trying to be less friendly or trying to find a way to fit into the Dutch way, because they are nice but different. But
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, when we say hi, like in Latin America, even though we don't know them, we hug them and we kiss them on the cheeks. And yeah, and that is maybe not that normal on the other side of the world. So that's very interesting. So it was a challenge, but it was a good challenge. Awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing that, Michael. I have another question here. I know you already talked about it, Stephanie, but the students here wants to know if there are any scholarships for postgraduate studies.
Yes, I talked about it shortly in the presentation. Let me see if I can go back to the slide as well. So we do offer 2 scholarships for our master programs. But yeah, as I mentioned before, the Netherlands is not really doesn't have a scholarship culture, so do not count on the scholarship. We only have 2, and many people will apply for the scholarship. But if you scan the QR code that you see on the slide, you will go to the website where it will ask you your nationality, and then it will show you the scholarships that we offer. And then look for the Erasmus Trust Fund scholarship and the Erasmus University Holland scholarship. Those are the only 2 that we offer for our master programs. There you will also find the requirements, if you can apply, how to apply, when the deadline is, that kind of information.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I'm going to put it in whole screen real fast so the students can take a screenshot and scan the code. And here I have a question that someone is asking about the TULIP program. Does it exist still? If so, how does it work?
Which program? I'm sorry.
TULIP program. I don't know if it's
the Orange Tulip Scholarship. I think that's the one.
Maybe.
Yeah, I see that it's still mentioned on the webpage. So yes, Erasmus University offers this scholarship, but not all the scholarships that our university offers are for every faculty. So depending on the program that you are applying to, that also depends then which scholarship we offer. So if I see here now on the website that our faculty is not mentioned here. So that's why I didn't mention our Orange Tulip Scholarship.
Okay, thank you very much. Another question is, how is the learning style? Is it very theoretical? Do you have like internships or hands-on? How is it?
Yeah, maybe I can talk about that a little bit as well, because I'm doing one of the programs right now, and I must say it is really hands-on, so it's very interactive education. The master programs are often pretty small skilled groups, very intense communication and interaction as well with the professors and the tutors, so that's a lot of fun. We also have some excursions. They try to teach us like more practical stuff as well as theoretical. Yeah, it kind of depends on the courses. So some courses are more theoretical, others are a bit more, how to translate it into practice. So yeah, I think it's a very nice combination of both, and especially our faculty and Erasmus University is very pressed on that matter of really preparing you, to get a job and get into the work field after finishing the master's program. So even though it is a theoretical master, because it's on research in a research university and stuff, they really try to prepare you, for the real deal, for really the working life. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Another question that I see here is about jobs. Can students work with a student visa? And do you also offer internships or co-op programs inside the programs that you have?
Oh, I was trying to unmute my microphone, but it didn't work. So in the Netherlands, the university will not they cannot guarantee you a job, but you will have a high quality degree from a highly ranked academic institution. But you do need to look for jobs on your own, and especially for non-EU students, it can be very competitive to find work in Europe. So the only thing that the university helps with is with basic services like your resume, interview, workshops, etc. And then student-led study associations also offer help with networking events, recruiting events, workshops, those kinds of things. And a lot of people ask always if they can stay in the Netherlands or Europe after graduating. So yes, all graduates, bachelor and master from Dutch universities have a search or orientation year to live in the Netherlands or elsewhere in Europe, the Schengen countries, and within a period of 3 years after graduation. So this year can be used to do an internship or to find work or just explore the country or Europe. But to stay on after that year, you will have to find an employer willing to sponsor a work visa.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Another question that I see here is, let me see if I can find it. I think I lost it, but just give me 1 second. Okay, here. Can students work, because I know that this happens in a few countries, so can they work part-time on campus or anything like that, or is it not possible?
Yeah, that is possible. I do think for international students, I'm not sure if Michael can agrees with that, but I think they have a limited of 16 hours a week that they can work, relating to government regulations. So yeah, they can find a part-time job next to their program or their studies for a max of 16 hours. As Michael also mentioned, we have cafes and restaurants on campus where we also there are a lot of opportunities for international students to work there or at other places on campus. So I think when places open up, this is also on the website, and students can find more information on that or Google, for spots to open up so they can work on campus as well. But yeah, that's certainly an opportunity.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Awesome. And the last question that I see here is, how early do you recommend the students to start the application process?
As soon as possible. Yeah. I think that's what we always say. You can just look at our website. There are also specific deadlines for applying to scholarships, but it always helps to apply as soon as possible, because if then anything is missing, any documents or additional information that we still need from the student, then they have enough time to deliver that to us or request documents from their institutions. So we always advise them to just apply as soon as possible. So if you would like to apply to a master's program that we offer in sociology or public administration, which is still possible for upcoming academic year, then I would just advise you to do that as soon as possible. As I said before, there is no application fee. So yeah, you don't lose anything, only a little bit of time with applying. So
that is great. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so I don't see any more questions here. So I don't know if you have any final advice for the students, anything that you would like to say?
Well,
Perhaps.
yeah, Michael,
Okay.
I don't know.
No, go on. No, I just wanted to remark, because I come from Latin America and I struggled a bit with documentation and requirements. So I would advise you to translate your documents from Spanish to English, and also to make sure that you have your English certificate, because the university really make sure that you meet all the requirements. They examine all the documentation, and just for one simple detail, they will ask you to change it, and in a very short period of time. So make sure you translate it, you find all your grades, all your English requirements, and submit the application as soon as possible, because in that case you can know if you are missing something and you can change it quickly.
Perfect. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Yes, and I also think that if you are interested in one of the programs, it is good to check out the videos that we have on our YouTube channel, as well as the extra information sessions that we are offering next week to get more in-depth information on the specific programs. But yeah, I think that's the only thing that I would still like to mention. And of course, thank you all very much for your time and being here. And if there's anything, we are always happy to help, and you can reach us via email or telephone.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to share here the link to your YouTube channel, so the students can click on that and check the videos. They are really, really nice. Awesome. Anything else that you would like to say? Oh, good. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to make this bigger, so the students can take a screenshot here with the contact information. And if you have any more questions or anything like that, you have the email over there, also a phone number, and you also have the QR code, so you can check out the events that ESSB is going to have in the next weeks. And I would also like to thank you all, the students, for being here with us today, for sharing a little bit of your afternoons. I know that for some countries it's like Friday, because in Latin America Thursday and Friday is like a holiday in some countries. So thank you so much for being here with us today, and thank you to all the presenters. I know it's super late for you, so I really appreciate you being here and sharing with us all these amazing information and opportunities for the students. Thank you so much. So thank you, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.